It's Tom Sydney Bushnell, aka Numbers, Tom Numbers, ready to go live with you all. Who's in the chat? Let's see. Hopefully this one, they let us speak about this. So new viewers, when I'm talking about numbers, I'm talking about the order of the alphabet, which A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. And I help you connect the dots, help you see behind the veneer of the glaze of the obvious narrative and take you beyond. Hey Teresa. And hi, hey Isabel. Who's in? Let's have a look. XRP Qelby, there you go. Franny Lee. Used to play for Manchester City. Hey Starfire, how are you? Karen, Jamie, Linda, Vivian, Mia. Okay, here we go. Hit the subscribe button if you would, if you're not already subscribed, and hit the hype button. Also, as well, I've got a lot of new viewers, so I'd encourage you to subscribe to my TikTok because I put videos out there. Just hit the subscribe on TikTok, Real Tom Numbers, and also sign up to my newsletter on Substack. Substack, if you want to donate and join in, you can, which is great, and I'm thankful to those that do. And also, if you just want to get on the email list. That's an easy way to get on my email list on Substack. Just enter your email, and then you're in. And then, depending what comes in the future, there should be a way for me to always keep in contact with you. Hey Sue, so TikTok, Substack, and hit the hype button if you would. Okay, so let's get going, folks. So today is the 265th day of the year since actually no, it's the 279th day of the year. 279 comes to Operation Sandman, which is all to do with the money revaluation. That's all part of it. So Operation Sandman 179 plus the reset is 100, takes you to 279. And it's 265 is a really important day. I've actually put 265 in the, I'll have to edit it after the show, but 265 is October 26th. If you spell the phrase October 26th, that will come to 265. And the reason that's so significant is it's because it's the very first date in Back to the Future when Marty time travels, and you've got the whole Libyan terrorist thing, and Emmett Brown is talking to him. Just prior to that, he shows the ripple symbol on his back, on his it looks like a nuclear thing, but it's the ripple symbol on the back of Emmett Brown's overalls. And but 265 comes to October 26th, and that's today. That's the day that we're talking about right now, Sunday, October 26th. And then 2 days after that, and that's the other thing. So if you do, and Emmett Brown says time travel was invented November 5th, 1955. November 5th is 143, which is ground zero. 1955 comes to 194, comes to New Yorker Hotel, comes to someone very important, personally, 194, and which is 2576.93, and also it comes to September 11th, 194. And that comes to 337. So if you do, but then if you go forward a couple of days to October 28th, which will be this Tuesday, October 28th, Tuesday. Who's got this? Who's there? Is there Bob? we've got 206 in the chat. There you go. Quantum physics. I believe that also comes to 337. So if you do October 28th, the first Q post back in 2017, so 8-year delta. It says about Hilary Clinton, or HRC, was arrested at a certain time. Now, behind the scenes, we know that's already occurred, but there still has to come the public disclosure on that, you see. And so why not 8 years on? I mean, that would be a real boom. I'm sure something is going to come up that's really important because it's the anniversary of the Q post. 8 is the infinity number, the eternal wealth resurrection number. That's why Trump is 88, a double 8. And the 888 is the one that breaks the matrix. We've got 222 in the chat. You times that by 4, that's 888. And we've got 82, thumbs up, 82. See, look at that. Now we've got 237. There you go. Third interstellar atlas, 265. Interesting. They showed Deep Impact last night. Made me think of the whole thing with Atlas. It'd be interesting. It seems like something's coming with that. We'll see when it lands, if it does. Who's got a calc? Let me do this in my head. So October 20 comes to 185 Donald John Trump, and then 8th is 57 Tesla, so add those together. And then if you add Tuesday, I believe, can someone work that one out? If you do October 78, 20, and then 8th. So October 78, 20 is 107 quantum, XRP, XLM, military. And then 8th is 57 Tesla, wood, human, magician. And then Tuesday 95. I think that comes to 337 if I did that right just before the show. Is that right? There's a little flash when I said that. Do you see that? So if that does come to that, I think it does. Don't have an extra calc in my here. What do we get to? Is Bob in the chat? We just went past 265, we're on 266 now. But if that's the case, then 337 is a direct marker in Back to the Future. And then 2 days after that is the Q post, October 28th, Tuesday, October 28th. And then if you add 2025, which is 256, hey Sharon, that will take you to 647, and 647 takes you to 589 plus 58 XRP. So whether something will happen Tuesday or whether that's a preview of things to come, inevitably we get there. The thing with all of this is we're in an interdimensional, asymmetrical timeline change and warfare. So consciousness warfare, as well as physical, but it happens before. It happens in other dimensions, and then it pops up. That's why we get these different random things popping up. But we're always facing the goal line. We know where the goal is. We can hit the ball across the line, and it will either go in the top corner, it might go in the left corner, it might go right down the middle, but it's in the goal. Who's there? Is anyone there with a calc? Anyone got a calculator while we're talking? Who's got a calculator? Kelly, there you go. Kelly, you're good with these numbers. Have you got a calculator there? Who's got a calculator? I just want to get someone to confirm. Yep. Okay, Borby, you've got a calculator? Okay, punch this in for me. So if you do October 78, which is Kennedy, so 78 plus 20, 107, takes you to 185, Donald John Trump. And then 8th is 57, add 57. That would take you to 242. It is actually, yeah, it takes you to 242. And then if you had Tuesday, which is 95, it takes you to 337. So when Emmett Brown in Back to the Future, the first opening scene with them together, just before Marty time travels back to 1955, he says November 5th is a red letter day in the history of science. and this is November 5th, 1955, and that comes to 337 in numbers. But also, that's a reference to the Q post on this day, coming up in 2 days' time, when it's October 28th, Tuesday. And that comes to 337 as well, which comes to November 5th, 1955. And it also comes to Thomas Sidney Bushnell, numbers 377. And then if you do October 28th, Tuesday, 337 plus 2025, which is 256, that takes you to 647. 647 is XRP 58 plus 589, and 589 is a big number about XRP. So that will either be something really significant around that or some other things, or it'll be a preview of things to come. That's a strange one, Kelly, but anyway. And then we've got 125 in the chat, which is the numbers, which is time travel, dark to light, October 19, or 19th, I should say, October 19th. Hey, Stephen. So, we will see what transpires. But Back to the Future is now. And they send Marty back in time. And then he's there for a week. And then he comes back. And the significant thing as well about the end of Back to the Future is they're on November 12th and they're going to go back to October 26th. And on November 12th in 1955 is when the storm hits. The storm hits, and Emmett Brown refers to that. But also in Back to the Future 2, he refers to the storm. And then he also refers to the ripple effect in Back to the Future 2. And he's got the Ripple logo on the back of his jersey, on the back of his white overalls. Looks like a nuclear symbol, but it's the symbol, it's the Ripple symbol. And then you've got the X for XRP. And Twitter is the Bluebird Motel, 138. I am Twitter, Donald Trump, 138. Elon Musk Bank, 138. And then Twitter obviously changed from Twitter to X, and Twitter is 11/5, November 5th, X 24. The election of all elections, the corn election made sure, which makes things sure in the future, happened on X, which is 2024. XLM, yeah, XLM is 49, yes. So if you do XRP 58 plus XLM, it comes to 107, which comes to currency, which comes to quantum, which comes to Trump's eternal life. Remember the 5th of November. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So will this be a week of storms? Storms are also physical, but they're also global in terms of mega things. But they're also, storm is 85, which is awakening, and it's a matrix. So the matrix is being upgraded, it's being changed. And that's why it's quite peculiar, but also really exciting and enlivening. Is that a correct word? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Donna. And there'll be some other things from left field that we haven't necessarily seen yet, but they'll pop up, but they'll make sense. Just like last week, when I did the prediction on the Black Swan, it wasn't as dramatic as I thought and directly on there, but what it did is it got us on it confirmed the timeline. And we had the Swan, the AWS with the Amazon servers, the next Swan event, or AWSN Swan in reverse. And then you had the thief at the Louvre. And I'd have been mentioning about Anne Hathaway, talking about the Swan in Back to the Future. Sorry, in Batman, about the storm. And she was the jewel thief, Catwoman, Batgirl. And she's in Interstellar 153. A Black Swan event, 153. Austin, Texas, 153. And Matthew McConaughey, Joseph Cooper, 145, red team, blue team, pops up at Cotter, Circuit of the Americas, 206. The Dark Knight Rises 206, but also we discovered this week that Paradise Las Vegas, Nevada is also 206. There you go. So we'll see some things this week, and it will make sense once we peer back at it. But there'll be a blend of things that we've been talking about. There you go. So that's a great one a week to remember. 159. Cloning facilities 159. The Chinese elders is 159. John F. Kennedy, Jr. 159. The Da Vinci Code. Is that 165? Okay, interesting. Yeah. I was thinking about that a few days before the Louvre thing popped up, but yeah, I probably have to look at that a bit more, Da Vinci Code, because there will be some things in there. Hit the hype button. We put messages in movies equals 279. Nice, I like that. And who? So who is Q? Q is Junior, it's JFK, President Trump, Frederick Christ Trump, Trump Sr., Donald's father. It's Diana, a whole bunch of characters, Galactic Federation, but it's also us, it's us. So when Q says, wait till you find out who you've been talking to, we are talking to our future selves. And that's why these breadcrumbs, these Q posts, these personal Q posts, the things in the movies, the things that I decode with you pop up in the timeline. And that's the beauty of it. So it's super exciting. Basically, we're moving into a world where everything's possible. Like there's not going to be any delays. There'll be instant manifestation. It'll be all the things that we want. Anything you can possibly imagine is coming down the future. And that's what's happening, you see. Future's 91, Space Force is 91, Liberty's 91. We've got 444 in the chat. I think that's a good comment on what I've just said to you. Whether we're in a firmament, which we might well be, whether it's another. The one question with that is I would say, well, what's beyond the firmament? What's the beyond the Thunderdome? It even says it in the film, doesn't it? Beyond the Thunderdome, the dome. But we're going to find out whatever it is, whatever reality is. And the other thing I found with this is once you kind of become hard and fast concrete on one thing, there's always another piece to it. That's what my experience with it has been so far. So all things are possible, I would say. That's what I'd say. All things are possible. And once you think you've nailed it, the tail on the donkey moves to somewhere else, or it reveals something else. It brings something else in. So it's unlimited. It's an unlimited reality that we do live in. And I think one of the things with the awakening is we're finding that out, that it's an unlimited reality of all possibilities. And we'll be able to continue to grow and progress and have eternal life. Eternal life plus immortality. Well, eternal life plus immortal is 208, which is quantum system. And it's also Paul Dennis Bushnell. So Paul gave me the numbers right at the beginning in 2015 when he passed. So we had 176 there, and it went to 180. Just on the thumbs up, 477 in the chat. Yep, a week to remember, Marie. That's a good one. And folks, can you see here, look. So some of you will notice my beautiful, handsome looks. But have you noticed that in the last maybe week or so, my eyebrows have started getting dark again naturally? So when I was younger, I used to have like kind of nice, thick, pronounced eyebrows. And over recent years, they just got kind of fainter, but they've started to get thick again. So I was even considering maybe touching them up with a bit of dye, but I haven't done. They've just kind of come back to life in the last couple of weeks. And I've been doing my scalar. So my scalar here, I think I've got the hair set. There you go, look, so here you go, folks. So these are one of the settings I have on my scalar device, thicker hair, you see. So can you see my eyebrows are they're getting dark, they're coming back to life. So they were there, but they were faint, they were kind of baby hair. They weren't naturally like that. Over time they got like that, but they've started. So something, of all the different protocols I'm using, something is triggering my hair to regrow and to get darker again and more youthful. Do you see it? So that's what's happening with the eyebrows. You can see it in my Sight Club imagery. I've got my thicker eyebrows when I was younger. They're brandy. So you can get a great discount right now. There's an option if you click the scalar link below, the first one, the AHA Halo scalar link. And you can do many magical things with it. So thicker hair, there's a nutrition setting, there's glowing. So I've had the glowing aura for a while with the scalar. So I know hundreds of you have bought it, but those that are new or some that have been on the fence, you can get your scalar right now. And right now you can get $50 off. So if you click the link, there will be a box that comes, it will come up automatically for $50 off. It's the holiday offer. So you just need to click my link and then you'll get it. So anyway, so I am living proof of the things I teach. There you go. I think it even makes me, there you go, my eyebrows, it makes me, and they're getting darker, so they're probably going to get darker all the way across. But I just noticed that in the last few days. I was like, hang on, my eyebrows are suddenly starting to get darker again, like they used to. So anyway, folks, you know, so ladies and gents, if you want to upgrade your physicality, the scalar definitely helps. Definitely helps. The knickknack, hey Brent, yeah, the knickknacks. So the knickknacks, I don't have the offer in the US anymore, but the UK offer is down below. But the knickknacks are great, so I've just been having some bit of the nicotine. It just gives you a nice kind of buzz, but there's a whole bunch of different nutritional benefits with the nicotine. And also, talking of things, so CBD oil, I've been using, and I've been using that a lot more regularly recently. See the light come on when I just said that. So Anthony at CBD Supreme UK, there's a link below, and you can get great discounts on that. They give you 40% off. So if you're in the UK, scroll down in the description and get yourself some CBD oil, because CBD oil is a great thing, and President Trump spoke about it just literally, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago when he put out the retweet. So see, there's all these things coming online, all these things are now coming out that are really helpful and beneficial to us. And when you combine a lot and you find ones that work for you, you start to get good results. And I know my that's an interesting one for me. My eyebrows suddenly started getting darker again, which is something's going on, which is, you know, that's a restoration, that's a reversal. So yeah. Now everyone's gonna notice my eyebrows, but it does it. What ladies will know, it frames your face, doesn't it? I mean, you know, I was always all right without it. You know, they were quite fair, but they're coming back again now, which is, probably have to get them plucked again at some point. Once they're fully there, I have to shape them again. But I haven't bothered with that for years because I haven't needed to. They're not really, they were always there, but they're just very faint. But now something is making them become dark again. So I think even the hair is underneath is getting there a bit. So bit by bit, step by step, quantum leaps. Ascension of the eyebrows. There you go. Nice one. That's brilliant. That's funny. That's a good one. I like that. So yeah, red light therapy and PMF. I was thinking, I've got PMF at home. I'm gonna probably start using that again. I'll switch that one on. So there you go. Go numerology 159. So Huntington Beach, California. That's a nice part of the world. I've been there before. Yeah, my mate Chad, he goes out there quite regularly, out to Huntington Beach. So yeah, we'll see what comes in the next few weeks. Well, there you go. Maybe you want to get yourself a scalar resist. That might help with your eyebrows. Also, probably try and get an offer for you on that. But also recently, things like linen bed sheets. I think that helps as well. So all these things, all these incremental things that we can try, start to benefit, start to help. And you feel better off for it, and you start to see the results visually as well. So I know, 8 years since the first Q post. 8 years. Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, Stephen. Aloha. That must be Hawaii. There you go. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I hadn't realised. I mean, I knew about the dates of Q, obviously for October 28th, but I hadn't done the numbers on that for this particular year. So October 28th, Tuesday, October 28th, which is in 2 days' time, comes to 337, which is November 5th, 1955. And that's a marker on time travel, something massive in Back to the Future. And it's also Thomas Sidney Bushnell numbers, 245, 337. So it's an important number. It's an important number. Also, another one that's come up is, what do they call it? Hidden House. So, have you heard of Hidden House? Hidden House is like a crypto equivalent of like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. So it's been acquired by Ripple. I'd heard about it before, but apparently it's been just acquired, unless I was watching a post that had been done before, because I'd seen it a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago. But if you do Hidden House plus Ripple Prime, which is now, they've created this product with Ripple with Hidden House. And I believe Hidden House, if I remember right, is on Fifth Avenue. And who's on Fifth Avenue? President Trump. So if you do Hidden House, this they've acquired it, and then Ripple Prime plus XRP, that comes to, what does that come to? I did it earlier today. Who's got a calc? Who's got a calc? So Ripple Prime is 61 Miracle. Sue, have you got a calculator there? Hey Stephen, have you got a calc? I just want to make sure I get this right for you, because I did it earlier today. So Hidden House, Hidden is 44, Mask is 44, Faith is 44, Anon is 44. So that's a nice one, isn't it? Hidden is 44, Mask is 44. But then Faith is 44, Hope is 44, Anon's 44. Sorry, Hidden Road, that's what I meant to say. Did I say Hidden House? Okay, yeah, I did. Did I say Hidden Road at the beginning? And then said Hidden House. Hidden Road, thank you. Hidden Road. So Hidden is 44, Road is 38, which is gold. Add those together is 82. And then Ripple is 76 plus 61, which is Prime. Ripple plus Prime is 137, which is 17th. And then if you add Hidden Road, not my mistake, so it's Hidden Road. Hidden Road's 82, so 82. That would take you to 219, which comes to the Empire State Building, or Empire State Building 219. And then add XRP 58. That will take you to 277. There you go, 277. That's what it takes you to. So if you do Hidden Road 82 plus Ripple Prime 137, that takes you to 219. Add XRP 58, Nasara 58, Ivanka 58, Star 58. That takes you to 277, which comes to Quantum Financial System. And I did the Quantum Financial System 2 days ago on 277. Now, there you go. And if I haven't checked the date, can anyone check the date on that, when that acquisition was done? Because I saw this tweet from someone earlier today, and he was talking about it. It looked like maybe it was completed Friday. If it was completed Friday, if that acquisition was completed Friday, which would have been October 24th, that's a bang on in terms of the numbers. Was it completed Friday, that acquisition? Can anyone search? Because I did the show about Quantum Financial System 277 on Friday. So if that actually completed, that shows we're bang on the timeline. So Hidden House plus Ripple Prime plus XRP 277. Yeah, that's it, Brandy. That's what you do. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Can anyone do a search while we're watching? Can anyone do a live search on the internet? Just look up Ripple. Yeah, look up acquisition of Hidden Road Ripple Prime. Just see when that acquisition completed. Can anyone see when that actually completed? What day was it? Friday, October 24th, or was it a little earlier than that? Anyone? Who's there? Sue, Jamie, Brandy. Brandy, can you do that? Could you just check on another device or your laptop or something and just do a quick internet search and just find out what? Yep. Is that when the acquisition took place? Okay. Okay. Hey, Kim. So did it take place on October 24th? Can you clarify that, Kim? Was that, because I'd heard about the acquisition a few months ago, but it seems like from this tweet that it got completed recently. Maybe it got completed back in April, maybe. But did it actually get completed October 24th? Did it? Okay, Kim. So that's a yes. So from what you're saying, Kim, that it did get completed. And if it did, if that's correct, then that shows that we're bang on the timeline. Okay. Thanks, OG. Yeah, the tweet, that's what I saw. OG, can you just check that? Okay. Can someone just say, yeah, they've checked online and the actual completion of that acquisition date was October 24th. Okay, there you go. See, this is the beauty of the numbers, folks, you see. So we're doing this timeline, we're doing the countdown. So the countdown, or the count up, however you want to work it out, is from the point of President Trump's inauguration, which is January 20th. So 120, the truth, 120. And the Sonny Hayes F1 film with Brad Pitt, he drives the car 120 in Daytona. And the 1156 came up at the beginning of the film. 1156, they say, is when the Swan, the Amazon blackout officially occurred. But they list that timeline, that time number, 1156, in the beginning of the F1 film. And then you got all these time markers all throughout the film. But then the countdown I've been doing is since President Trump's inauguration, this one, 120, and then so 7 days was October 24th, 2 days ago, Friday. And then the tweet that came up, because I hadn't really looked at the Hidden Road thing for a while, and you just confirmed it. About 5 or 6 of you have confirmed that that's the case online. And we've got 256 in the chat, so 256 is 2024, sorry, 2025. And I haven't watched that yet. No, tell us about it. Yahoo Finance updated. Wow. Thank you, CG. I appreciate that. So look at this is the power of the numbers for my regular viewers and also my new viewers. 259, that's a very important number. That's 118 and 140. Okay, so can you see how they're using the timeline that we're using, or we're using their timeline when I'm confirming it? So I said in my video 2 days ago, I titled it the quantum financial system, or quantum financial system, because the number was 277. So quantum financial system is 277, and that was the day of the year, 277. Well, the date from President Trump's. So it's 277 days from President Trump's day on January 20th. And they say that the acquisition of Hidden Road, Ripple Prime, XRP was completed, and those 5 words together come to 277, which comes to a quantum financial system. And that happened on the 277th day since President Trump's inauguration. You see how this works, folks? And then we got that's a confirmation. So we got 262 thumbs up. So 262 plus XRP is in the film Sneakers with Robert Redford. They actually say 262 XRP. XRP is 58, Ivanka. 262 plus 58 XRP. Well, 262 plus 58 XRP, Ivanka, comes to 320, which comes to liberty and lighting the world, which comes to the Q post, which says death to the triumvirate, which comes to 262, and then there's a picture of Ivanka. And then if you do tenet, you do the tenet square, Sator, Rotas, a repo, comes to 256. 256 is 2025, plus tenet 64, Israel 64, Musk 64, Jubilee 64, Gotham 64, 8 times 8. It comes to 320, which is liberty and light in the world, which is the Statue of Liberty, the full name, which is John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. 320. See how this works, folks? And then if you go back to Christopher Nolan's film in Interstellar 153, which is Austin, Texas 153. Matthew McConaughey is in Interstellar, and he appears at the race COTA 39, Circuit of the Americas 206, The Dark Knight Rises 206, Quantum Physics 206. But in Interstellar, they've been away. The time slippage occurs down on Miller's planet, 1 hour to 7 years. And he says, how long have we been away for? He says, well, it's been 23 years, 4 months and 8 days. And if you go from September 11th, 2021, or 2001, Space Odyssey 2001, if you go forward in time, 23 years, 4 months and 8 days, it takes you to President Trump's inauguration, January 20th. And then January 20th, 277 days later, October 24th, the 277th day since President Trump's inauguration, you have the acquisition, you have Hidden Road, Ripple, Prime, XRP, 277, quantum financial system. We're on the right timeline, folks. That's the beauty of the numbers, you see. This is how it works. Complex is 88 Trump, but you and me, we're smart enough to work it out. So apparently there's something that Clem Comment said about something happened for Halloween as well, saying that there's going to be some kind of miraculous event around that. So anyway, all right, folks. Well, if you want beautiful regrowing eyebrows like me, then get yourself your there's a thicker hair setting for men, there's one for women, there's one for both as well. So get yourself, we are in sync. That's the thing, we're in sync. And we got 277 thumbs up. There you go. That's perfect. That's a perfect. I'm going to screenshot that one. That's perfect. It's just told us what we're on. 278, that's a very important person. 278 was yesterday. The currency revaluation, 278. So everything's rumbling, it's being set, and then it's going to manifest together, boom, where the whole world will know about it. So that's what we're doing. We're ahead of the curve. We're like the Joker, just ahead of the curve. So, hey, Stephen, I will. Well, they're taking care of me. It's just, you know, it's just they're taking care of me. So, thanks a lot, folks. God bless you all. And if you want to get your scaler, click the link below. Your CBD, click the link below. And get on TikTok. Go and follow me on TikTok. I'm on about 5,700, I think, on TikTok right now. I want to get that to 10,000 as quick as possible. So everyone that's watching today, if you would do us a favor, just open up a TikTok account, go over to Real Tom Numbers, find my channel, click link, follow, say hello, retweet it. That would be fantastic. and also get on my Substack, because in case anything goes dark, at least I'll have an email list that I can get back to you in touch with. So cool. Lots of love, folks. God bless you all. You take care. Bye.